So we are live and this is a live show, but I give it just a few seconds for 6 o'clock to roll on over and let them get a little bit of this music. Let us get a little bit of vibe in.
Yes, always with the vibes.
All right. All right, everyone. Hello and welcome back to Talking with Ty. This is our first episode for 2023, and I am super excited this evening, guys. I don't know if you can't tell from my orange jacket or my pink lip, but I am super excited because I have my girl, Dana Duckworth, with me. And I'm going to say where Dana is from, and I've laughed the whole time that I've been saying where she's from because she's going to tease me. So I say that Dana is from Norfolk, Virginia. Nice. She's going to correct me because she's a Norfolk girl. Yeah. So she's going to tell us how to say it. But y'all, I have my girl Dana on here. Dana works with Zumper. She is a DEI and Culture Champion. Dana has so many things going on. She just made leadership lyceum with NAA, a mom, a fashion guru, a dog lover. She's a wife. She wears a lot of hats. That sounds like somebody y'all know, don't it? Exactly. It sounds like me. So that is one of the reasons why I was very intrigued and wanted to bring Dana on. You guys know that Talking with Ty is a platform and we're a podcast and a lifestyle channel. So time to time, I like to bring women on, though, and women who are just like me to show that women do support women and to give a little bit about these women and use the platform so we can see who these women really are, because women like me, we do wear a lot of hats. I mean, I just named some of the things that Dana does, and she's going to tell you guys a little bit more about herself. But I just wanted her to come on because we want to know, who is Dana? Who is the woman behind the brand, the woman behind the cornrows? Like, who is Dana? So Dana, first and foremost, welcome to Talking with Ty.
Oh, thank you so much, Ty. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for giving your time. I know you've been at work today, and I know that you are flying out tomorrow and you have a family. So for giving us your time this evening, I definitely appreciate that. So I come from the old school Baptist where they say the best way to introduce a preacher is to let them preach. So we want to introduce you, Dana. Tell the people and tell me, because I know that I'm going to learn more about you this evening, but tell us, who is Dana Duckworth?
Yes, Dana Duckworth is a Black woman. She is a wife. She is a mother to twin boys who will be 15 in March. I cannot believe. She's a dog mom to a golden doodle and a Yorkie poo. She's a college student who's a senior and will be graduating in May. She is a senior DEI and Culture Champion. That's right. The champ is here for Zumper, where she works, and she is an absolute lover of multifamily. That's,
you know what, that, and when I met Dana, I think Advocate was it our first time meeting at Advocate?
Yes, in person for sure. Yes, we've seen each other on some Zoom calls through Melanin and Multifamily and in the chat, but we had not touched. Our energy had not met until we were there at Assembly of Delegates.
And when we did, it was like, okay, she is my girl. So shout out to Patty Crawford, because Patty did tell me, she said, when you meet Dana, she is just like you. She is Black girl magic. She exudes leadership and the things that you embody, Ty. And when I met her, besides Dana being a little bit shorter than me, if you've seen us stand side by side with each other,
a little bit.
She definitely is. So Dana, with multifamily, how did you get your start? Like, where did you come from?
My best friend, she was working on a property. She was the assistant property manager. She was promoting. She was like, hey, we need a leasing agent. Did you want to do this? I was at home with my boys. Once I had the twins, I stayed home for about 2 years. And I was like, yes, my husband said, we need some money. You want us to go back to working. So that's when I got my start in multifamily leasing. And then I worked my way up to APM and then property manager and then different properties. And then from there, I delved into the vendor world and the vendor space. So it's like one of those things you kind of jumped into multifamily. Once you're in
Mhm.
it, you never really get to escape it. So I went to the vendor side and I was a sales executive. So I sold digital ads and advertising and marketing. And that's initially what I was hired for at Zumper. I was hired to be a sales rep for the Virginia market. And I sold for Zumper for the first year that I was there. Now being there for 3 years, the last 2 years I spent in people operations. So still supporting the organization, supporting multifamily, but really supporting our inner customers, supporting our employees.
Okay. So coming from, because myself, I started out as a leasing professional in this industry also, and then did have the pleasure of working on the supplier side. What would you say to people who are out there and that are on, because sometimes being on property, we can feel stagnant, we can feel stuck. And if you're not exposed to sometimes the National Apartment Association, you don't really even realize all the other positions that are out here. So, how did you transition coming from being on site to getting your supplier position?
Girl, this mouthpiece. Okay. I asked questions. I asked my rep, Melanie, who became my boss. I asked her, I said, how you seem like you love what you do? How you doing it? And how can I do it? And she told me one time, and she told me who the parent company was. And I went to their website and I followed them and I turned on job notifications. And it was months and months and months later, but it popped up. And I was like, hey, it came up. So, I was talking to her about it and I did the interview process, but really it was asking those questions of like, hey, how do you do this? How could I possibly do this?
So, you know what? The one thing that comes to my mind when you say that is the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people this is a relationship driven industry. And your story is just like mine. I was on site. The current rep was leaving for Apartment Finder, and she invited me to go to dinner with her and her boss. And that conversation is what led to a different position. And that's the advice that I give, especially melanin women like us. And so, shout out to Melanin in Multifamily. Boop, boop. This is a collective that we are all a part of that is managed and led by our girl Monica Frazier. So we know that Monica is on here, but being a melanin woman in multifamily and on the supplier side a lot. Now, sometimes now you do see a lot of us, but back then there was not a lot of melanin women on the supplier side. So when you got on that side and now the customer is not coming to you because now the traffic not coming through the door, how was Dana able to go out there and transition and make it where people trusted you to buy this product?
Let me tell you, it did not happen overnight. I stumbled, I failed, I struggled. I really struggled. Anytime you enter into a new space, first of all, I think I could do a lot of things, but it was definitely a new space that I had to really learn how to navigate and really lean on others to kind of help me. And like you said, this is really a relationship industry. So I had to be willing to go the extra mile to create those bonds and create those relationships. And honestly, once I started having the conversations, once you get in the door and I'm able to use that mouthpiece and start to talk to people, the pieces started to come together. But it really is a difference going from that on site where you have people coming in and they're demanding what it is that you're supplying, as opposed to being a supplier and you're going to them to try to win their business over. But it did. I found a love for it. I found a passion for it, and I met so many amazing people. That's one thing about being a supplier that I love is you get to go and see everybody everywhere doing everything and be in the know. And
Mm-hmm.
really learn the different operation styles, the different management companies, and the different people. And then you see people transcend. You might see a leasing agent over here, and then you walk into an office and you're so confused, like, what? Wait a minute, what here? This doesn't match. So I forgot your name because I thought you were over
Mm-hmm.
there. So those are things that you really get to witness, like the evolution of people in our industry when you're on that supplier side, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. So suppliers, if you are listening, one of the key things that Dana just said is one day you go in and she's the leasing professional. The next time you go out, she's the property manager. And I say that because I hear a lot of suppliers sometimes say that, well, Todd, the decision maker is not here. Or it's just going to be the leasing professionals in the room and not the property managers. And I'm like, dude, do you realize that's where the relationship starts? Because even though she might not be the one that signs the contract for you, she can tell you when the regional going to be in town. She
That
can tell
part.
you the property manager's favorite coffee.
Hmm.
Like she can give you that information to help you be able to solidify and close the deal. So
Absolutely.
let's dig a little bit deeper with you coming from the on-site side to the supplier side. And I want to go this direction as far as hair, because tonight you have cornrows, I have my faux locks. But once upon a time in this industry, this was not the look. And so, coming from two different parts of the world, I'm in Arkansas, which we know is down south. Virginia, I would consider it northern because I'm in Arkansas. But I guess if I was in New York, you would be in the south also. So, have you always been comfortable being Dana and showing up 100%? And you know what? I guess I don't want to say with being Dana because I was always me.
Yes.
But did you ever have to tailor that or put that in a box or make that look a certain type of way to appeal to everybody?
Oh, girl, for certain. There is no way me as a leasing professional would be on here with these big old hoops and this red lipstick, child. There's no way that I would have been that girl. Like, I had been told my earrings are too big, my nails are too long, they're too colorful, limited things on the hair because I would always keep my hair straight at the time. So nobody really was saying anything about it because it kind of fit the mold. When I went natural, that was a different
Mm-hmm.
that was a different time in everybody else's life, but it was an amazing time in my life for me because that's when I really started to, really see myself, my true beauty, the beauty of my hair, my curls, and just how amazing and magnetic that can be, and like the feeling that we have attached to our hair, so deeply rooted in who we are. And for me, it tells a story. Like every time I switch it up, I'm like, okay, I'm switching it up. This is the vibe. This is who I am. So when I'm getting ready, I'm like, I want to give them like Angela Rye correspondent, but also Around the Way girl. Like these are the things that, our hair allows us to do and allows us
Mm-hmm.
to express. So it's so hugely important to who we are as Black women. That if anybody tries to step on that, it's a problem. But I know we've come a long way. So we have the Crown Act, and people are accepting us for who we are. But it was not always the case. I was not always this girl, but now I am this girl. My hair may be blonde, my hair may be
Mm-hmm.
black, my hair may be braided up, braided down. It could
It's
be
gonna happen. So
in this.
when in your career did you feel 100% confident to show up as Dana in all of my glory with my hoops and my cornrows?
Every single element, that would be when I got to Zumper. So that would be 3 years ago when I got here. And I don't know if it was because it's a San Francisco based company and things are a little different over there or what. But I think one, it had to do with me getting older and me maturing into who I am as a woman. The knowledge that I knew and all of the things that were happening, in the news, in social media, and just the things that I was leaning into. Like, no, I'm a Black woman and these are Black women things and this is what we do. And it's professional if the job is done.
Yeah.
So I think through my company, I've been able to really, really express myself. And I'm so thankful for that. I mean, I could literally change my hair today and tomorrow, and nobody is gonna think twice. They're gonna say, "Oh, you look cute. You look nice today. How was your day? How was your weekend?"
Yeah.
Not that big a deal. Whereas I would have apprehension if I was like, "Okay, I had straight hair. Now I'm about to come in here with braids. I know we're about to have the conversation." If I hear, "Oh my God, your hair is like Oprah," one more time in my life, I cannot. So being in a space and a place with people who understand or people who are seeking to understand has really allowed me to just be my whole vibe. And it's a vibe. Like
Well,
people
you know
like.
what? And that's the key thing. People who are seeking to
Mhm.
understand. And it baffles me when you say 3 years ago. is when you felt the most comfortable. And we've been in this industry. I mean, I've been serving the multifamily industry for about 16, 17 years now.
11.
And I'm still with the I would say my turning point probably was 8 years ago. But it's crazy because it's when I joined the supplier side.
Mhm.
When I started at Apartment Finder, I was able to be me. So I don't know if it's maybe when you make that transition from coming off site that you're able to express yourself more. But I asked that question to lead into because when I was looking at your social media and kind of just going through some of your pictures and stuff to see, who is Dana behind, because we all know that if it's on social media, it happened. It's true. It's the gospel. And a lot of your fashion pieces that I see, they are rooted in messages. And
Yeah.
so why is that? Why did you take, because in with my fashion, I do believe fashion is something that you can be quiet and still have a loud voice in. So why did you choose to take that path with your fashion?
I don't know. It really just it resonates with me. Like this mug here, one of my best friends got this for me because I'm a black girl in her braids, Like it looks like me. This mug feels like me. When I drink out of it, I feel like I'm drinking my superpower potion, okay? So really it's things that just connect with me. Like the messages are very simple, like my brand in Blackwood and systemic racism. That's a given. I love it. Add it to cart. Protect Black women. My site store bag, like that's a given. I love that message. Let's protect Black women.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those things just kind of found me. And we love in our family, we love to support Black businesses. We love Black artists. We are a Black business. So those things just kind of come natural to us when we're networking our business. We'll meet other vendors who have other things and we'll buy from them. So I think those things just kind of found me and I really love the
Mm-hmm.
aesthetics of them.
So our business, what is our business?
I I have a mobile cigar lounge actually that I run here in Hampton Roads, Virginia. It's called Noir Mobile Lounge and Cigar Car. Myself and my husband. That's kind of like our weekend vibe, our summertime thing that we do. It is a Airstream trailer that's been converted into a bar and lounge. We take it out, we bring the party to you, we serve it up. I'm bartending on the weekends, child. I'm shaking up drinks. I make a mean lemon drop.
I mean, I wish I was here in Little Rock for my husband's birthday because that would be an amazing idea.
Yeah, there are some in other areas. I know Atlanta has one that's really, really nice, but we're the only one here in Hampton Roads. So we do weddings, we do retirements. We're a Navy town, so we do lots of pinning ceremonies, and when people make chief or captain or what have you. Those are some of the things that we do.
So y'all are coming out and set up and we're selling cigars and making drinks from. Yeah, come on, teach me.
Sell cigars. So we're a venue. Like we bring the party to you. It's an Airstream. So it's one of those old tin can trailers that's
Mm-hmm.
been converted into this luxury lounge. We pull up and you come in and it looks like a lounge in your front yard, in your driveway, or at your clubhouse or at your
And so
wedding.
they hang out in there
Mhm.
and you are serving drinks and stuff too.
If they want us to, we will serve.
See, I'm trying to get the logistics for the people here in Arkansas.
We'll cut,
Somebody, this is an idea for you.
yeah, we'll cut and light their cigars for them. We have music, we have TVs. If the satellite's working, we can get the game. They can bring food. I have my birthday brunch on there. Whatever you want to do, we're just a
Okay,
vibe.
so how does all this fit into Dana, who works at Zomper, Dana, who volunteers for the National Apartment Association, Dana, the public speaker, Dana, the mother of two 15-year-old boys,
Mhm.
Dana, the wife,
Mhm.
Dana, the Yorkie mom, Dana, the golden doodle mom,
Mhm.
Dana, the fashion influencer, Dana, the friend, the door. I know. See, you see where I'm going with this. So, what does Dana do for Dana? What does downtime look like for Dana? How do you fill your cup back up after all of these things?
By doing none of those things. When I need to be filled up, I turn into a potato. Okay. I climb on my couch. I put on the most mind numbing TV that I do not need to think about. I don't need to follow the plot. I could fall asleep right now and wake up and pick it up. And I will just lay there and hibernate with my dogs until I'm ready to get back to it. Like, that is me. If it's like I had a crazy week, so when I come back from San Francisco on Saturday, that Sunday, you're gonna have to pry me off of that couch. I'm gonna be stuck there watching Netflix. I'll be productive on Monday.
And that's how I mean, because we have to so one of the groups that I'm in, Melissa D. White is my coach. Hopefully you're on, Melissa. We love you, Melissa. If anybody out there is looking to be coached and to go to the next level, I mean, I hate to plug her because I just don't want to share her with so many people. I'm selfish like that sometimes. I'm a Taurus. So, but I mean, super amazing. And one of the things that we do is we celebrate our wins because sometimes as Black women, we are so used to chasing the next win that we don't stop and sit in the ones that we have already accomplished. So, what does celebrating a win look like for Dana? Are we celebrating wins?
Girl, when I say I'm a dream chaser, I'm a dream chaser, okay? I celebrate the wins, though. I do. I celebrate the wins. Of course, I text in that Melanin Multifamily group. You know, we all, you do what? I mean, if I tell Crystal Dukes I'm proud of her one more time, child, she is killing it. So it's just like the constant reiteration of how proud and how celebratory these moments are for us. I'm letting my husband know we celebrating, we holding each other tight. We might have a fancy meal. I'm telling the kids, and they're like, I don't really understand, but okay, great. I'm calling my mama, who's calling my grandma, who's getting on the group FaceTime. So I'm telling my friends, they're like, oh girl, we got to cheers to that. We're getting on the FaceTime. We got to cheers, bring out the champagne. We're cheersing to it. So I definitely celebrate. And when I'm really, really winning, I will say, oh, this present is for that. So
But blame it on the wins. Because see, you do things like go to Paris when you're winning. I mean, I did see a picture of you standing in front of Eiffel Tower not too long ago, didn't I?
I love to travel. We travel. We love to travel. Okay. Myself and my husband and the kids are into it as well. So we've been a number of places. And that's really one of the ways that we kind of reconnect as a couple and as a family. Traveling is just so eye-opening and learning so many things from so many different cultures. Child, I had a time in Paris. Okay.
Yeah. You look like you had a time in Paris.
Time had me in Paris.
Yes. I'm like, okay, so our Melanin Multifamily group, I'm putting that out there right now, ladies. We need to go to Paris, and Dana, you can be our guide since you've been before. And we can pack everybody's suitcase and style them. We got y'all. Dana, we're going to style y'all for Paris and get on out there and kick it. So since you do travel a lot, give us your top 3 places.
Oh, my favorite, Thailand. I've been trying to get back there since I left. It was
She said Thailand, not Dallas. Okay, next.
Jamaica was amazing. And I think Paris rounds it out for me. Even though that one is more current. You know what I will say, domestic, we went to Breckenridge, Colorado. So like in the snow in the mountains.
Oh, I did see your ski outfits.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Did not want to go. Like, I had put this trip off. My husband was like, I want to do this. It is finally. Child, when I say I had the best time out there, sloped down the mountains, and I just loved all of those snow activities. So that one was one that was really, as like a family trip, was really, really special for us.
Okay. So tell us, outside of work, we know what Dana does for a living. We know that Dana has a family. What is Dana passionate about? What do you know that, have you gotten to that point in life where you know that this is my God-given purpose? This is what God put me on this earth to do. What is that thing?
And so I think it's one of two things. my energy is meant to be in some rooms that is lacking from, and women like me and women like yourself. So for me, it's the fire starter. It's the one to go into the room and change that energy, to be the one to ignite that and say, hey, I want to know more about her, and I want to know more about people like her. And why weren't people like her already in this room? Because she's thought of things that we did not have the foresight to think of. So that's one thing that I'm really, really passionate about. Not only me being in those rooms, women like you being in those rooms, Ashia, Monica, Epiphany, Crystal, like all of us being in those rooms, and the things that we just met in person, y'all. Keep in mind at AOD. And the things that we've congratulated, been proud of, and done together already here in January have been so magnificent. So just imagine if we already had these spaces, the things that we have done. But this is just the start for all of us. And another thing I would say is service. Recently, I joined the Urban League of Hampton Roads here in my area. I'm looking into some other things. I do a lot of social impact volunteerism in my current role. And then, of course, I volunteer for our industry through NAA. So I really think acts of service and kind of giving back to the industry that's given to me so much, and then giving to my community has been something that I've become really, really passionate about over the last year.
So through your acts of service and giving back to NAA, who are you looking to touch? Are you looking to, who is your focus? Is there anybody, a particular group of people, women, young people, old people?
It's young people for me. When I run my summer internships, I'm so happy to bring them into our company and like show them the ropes and get them that access that I didn't have. When we work with our nonprofit girls and we're able to support them in anything, like I've read their scholarship applications and grants, I sit here and cry. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so amazing. I want everybody to get the money. I want everybody to get in. When we do mock interviews or we do virtual field trips, like really, it's the youth. And like, I love it so much. I get like so happy. They're probably like, oh, she's so annoying, but I'm just so happy to see that I'm able to provide a path for them to come in and do some things that I wasn't able to do in my youth.
Definitely. And that's what it's about, just giving back and creating a way for the next generation. Because, that's my thing in it, is to break barriers, especially for women who look like me, kicking down the door, showing that we can work from home. We can be the executive over an entire state. You can give us the stage and we can be the keynote speaker. So just trying to pave a way for melanin women, melanin men. But, I have to be serious when I say melanin women. My thing is women. I'm on a path to create something for women who look like me, because it was a woman who opened up the door. I always pay homage to Michelle Childers. She's with Chadwell Supply now, used to be with Apartment Finder, but she was the first woman who opened up the room to me of people who did not look like me. And once the opportunity was given, I was able to run full force through it and do everything else. So people out there, if you have an opportunity to give somebody an opportunity, do it. Because sometimes that's all we need is an opportunity to do it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you went through the Diversity and Inclusion Leadership Program through NAA.
Yes, I went through the DLP program and graduated successfully. So that was really my first endeavor with NAA. Like I had always gotten emails and, read everything and saw everything they were doing, but to actually have access and to be in the know and be in a program like that was pivotal for the changes. Like the reason why y'all see my name all the time on LinkedIn, or you might see my face or my stuff, is because of that program and the position it put me in to have a mentor like Shakora Connors. And one of the things that she said to me,
shout out to Shakora.
Her advice to me was like, you need to be visible. If you want to see more people like you need to be visible. And I was a very introverted person. Like, these people don't even know my business. They don't even know me. And child, I can't wait to tell people my business now and show them me. Like, hey, I'm here.
This is my kid. This is my dog.
That's what I said last night.
We know if anybody can teach on how to be visible, it's our girl Shakora. because she is also a fashion influencer and she is going to come with it. So she definitely stays top of mind. And I think that's an important thing for us all to learn. And that's one of the reasons why I do the podcast too, is just to stay relevant, to stay out there, and to stay visible. What would you tell people who the application is coming across? And I know now it's over, but when they see these kind of programs through NAA, what is your advice to people out there?
This is what I will tell them, especially because I judge some of the applications, or I'll score them and review them. When I say you need to pour it out, you need to be real in that application process. You need to talk about the real dynamic changes, the impact of those programs, and what they could potentially do for not only you, but for your future career and for those who work with you, those who are in alignment with you. So really be intentional and really be thoughtful when you're putting in these applications. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you subscribe. If you see the application come open and you look at the past applicants and you're connected with one of them on LinkedIn, that's the best resource. Ask them what it was like to be in the program. What does the application look like? What things should I be thinking about? Really lean in and reach out to us. I know all of the DLP people who were in my class are like, we can't wait for y'all to reach out to us and contact us. Please call us. Like we'll do it. We're happy. We'll help. We're all hands on deck. And really, because that program literally changed myself, Monica, and Aishia's life. Literally. So we really, really love that program, and we're happy to support anyone who is thinking about it, anybody who's going through it, anybody just wants to learn about it. Like, what was that program like and what did it do for you? And now Leadership Lyceum, which we were working on our application. I was so hung up while I'm telling y'all, hey, like, you need to be intentional about your application. You need to be thoughtful. I was so hung up on the personal statement for Leadership Lyceum that I had not completed it when we were at 8OD. And Ashia does not play. Nor does Monica. So they were like, you need to do it. And then here comes Monique. Y'all need to get those to me and Crystal. I'm like, I don't know what to say about myself. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. They're like, what do you mean? You say things about yourself all the time. So we sat in that hallway, me, them, and Crystal, and we wrote our personal statements and reviewed them for Leadership Lyceum. And when I say all of the girls are in, child. Like, we're all in there together.
All in. When I tell you, just from our text message group that we have, along with the collective of the Melanin and Multifamily group, to seeing everybody on LinkedIn, I mean, it was just so many women who look like us that got into Leadership Lyceum this year. And I'm not familiar with the classes before now, but this probably will be the brownest class that Leadership Lyceum has seen thus far. So that is amazing. So tell me, we've been naming some of the people who we're affiliated with, like Ashia, Monica, and Monique, and Marcy French. How important is it to have a tribe in this industry, to have people that will do that personal statement with you, will celebrate your wins, and do understand all that it took, that leader, how big of a deal Leadership Lyceum is? How important is that?
When I tell you, I was like, I can't do it, y'all. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And I'm a person who has words, but I could not go into that application and really talk about myself and why it would be so important for me and what I achieved. And when my girls were just sitting there with me and started naming all stuff, and remember you did this and you had this, and girl, what about that? And da-da-da-da. And I was like, yes, hype me up.
Oh, I did do that.
So it's so important to have people in your corner. Like, my title has champion in it, but it's important for the champ to have champions too. So having those cheerleaders, those people that know you, that know your worth, even when sometimes you cannot see it, that see you when you can't see yourself, that's so hugely important. So find your people.
Yeah.
Find them.
And I asked that question because women like us, usually we don't have people because we are the people.
Mm-hmm.
We're the people that's the champion and that root everybody on. So when you find a tribe of people that's like-minded and that's rooting you on or pushing you or challenging you, it's something totally different. And that's what I found in our group. That's what I found. Anybody that's out there that is not a part of the Melanin and Multifamily Collective, and you are looking for your tribe of people, you're looking for your group, this is definitely a group. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook. Find Monica Frazier, because I'm not going to tell a lot about it because I've been messing some stuff up tonight and Monica will be texting me. So, but you find Monica because it's important to have your people. I mean, Rick Ross said it. Everybody need a team. I don't care if it's your mama, your sister, your brother. Everybody needs a team to root them on. And I've been in this industry for so long, and I met Monica, I think, maybe two apartmentalizers ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And then I met you, Ashia, and Monique, and, been knowing Marcy and Shakur for a minute. But I will tell you, I've been in this industry for so long and been so lonely in this industry. Now, my girl Shatoria, kudos to her. That's my girl, been my rider since I came into this industry, and she's here in Arkansas with me. And she's a leader. She has her leadership license. She's been through the program also. But to find women out there in the world when we went to San Diego, is where a lot of us connected at, and it's been a game changer. Just like we're on the phone tonight talking to each other and having this conversation. So how long had you been in the industry before you would say you found your people?
Child, the DLP when we graduated 2021.
Did it take you coming out of Virginia and coming to some national events to do that?
It did. It did. I would not have had access to these amazing women. I would not have had access to them had it not been for the national stage. And don't get me wrong, I have people that I absolutely love, I work with all the time. There are people locally. But the connection and the magnitude of the support that comes from those women is just different. It's just different. Yep. And it would not have happened without that NAA program. So I'm truly an advocate for the National Apartment Association and the programming they're putting out. Is thoughtful, it's intentional, and it works. And it's connected me with people that I will be riding out the entire career, family life, friends. Like, these are my girls. Yeah. Now, and I'm so excited to cheer them on. I'm just waiting for Crystal's next announcement. I swear, child, they're coming back, and I'm just like.
So, I mean, am I going to have Crystal Dukes on Talking with Ty, because she got some things that she needs to drop on the people?
Get her before she get too big.
Crystal? Right. Wait a minute, because you know that me and Crystal had a conversation at AOD before I have to before some of y'all start charging. I have to go ahead and I got to go ahead and pull y'all on here now before y'all start charging, or before the syndications call me and y'all got to book through my people to get to me.
We're going to work it out.
And you know what? And another lady that we connected with, and I haven't mentioned her name tonight, Cara House. Oh. Love me some Cara.
She is the silent truth, okay? When I tell y'all, this lady is so smart, so driven. I mean, high level. And she will sit back and she will evaluate without speaking. She will learn. She will watch. And then when you see her execute, it's like, wait, I didn't see that coming, because she's so silent, but she's very intentional with her words. And I absolutely love her. In fact, I'm trying to book her to come and speak to our company for Black History Month, because she's so impactful. She's so amazing.
Very, very much so. Like, yeah. So it is some really, anybody that is out there listening, if you are looking for speakers, if you are looking for facilitators to come in, people to be on your podcast, it's not by coincidence that we are mentioning these names. this evening on this platform. We're mentioning these names because these are powerhouse women. These are women you're going to want to say that you already had a conversation with them, that you did business with them, because I'm saying it today, January the 10th, 2023. The names that we have dropped on this platform this evening, these ladies are going somewhere, and you're definitely going to want to be there for the journey with them. So what's next for Dana? Where are we going from here? Where is Leadership Lyceum going to propel you to? What's next?
I'm trying to be booked and busy. I want to have more of these conversations. I want to lend my voice to different companies, different people, different platforms, different spaces. So really that's my goal for this year is to speak, is for my voice to be heard. That's my ultimate goal. Now, what's in the current realm? Like, I got so much going on. I am on the Virginia Apartment Association now, so I'll be doing some stuff with them this month. Like Ty said in the beginning, I'll be flying out soon to be in SF for my work obligations and to be with all of my roomies. Shout out to my roomies. Can't wait to see all of y'all in person. Child, it's been raining for 7 days and 7 nights out in San Francisco. So I don't know if the fashion's going to fashion, but we're going to get some stuff in that suitcase. I'm graduating in May. My babies have so much going on. My husband has so much going on. My dogs, like just everything is in full bloom in my life. So I'm just here to keep watering it. So
in school, what are we graduating from?
Oh, I will be getting my BS in interdisciplinary studies, and I will be graduating with honors. And I do go to an HBCU. I am a Spartan, Norfolk State University. Okay.
So the next trip that we have coming up with NAA is going to be advocacy. Yes, that's where we're going next in March in DC. So because everybody now, Marcy, yes, Marcy, I am putting you on Front Street. Ashia, they're always talking about what Ty has on. Ty, now I'm gonna pat me on the back because I really am a great dresser. I really do this.
You are, my friend. You really do this.
So if we could give the people any advice tonight, because some people have never been on these trips, let's talk about ALD, Apartmentalize, and Advocate, the 3 big trips of the year. When you're packing for your trips with NAA, how does that happen? What comes in your head? Because what we wear at work sometimes in the office, especially people like me who work from home, this is different when you're going out there and representing your company and most importantly, representing yourself and your brand. So how do you plan for packing? What are some of the things that is a go?
So these velour joggers that I'm wearing up under this video call, y'all, they will not be going. I will be giving them a slack, a cute slack, but definitely want to be more on the business side when you're going to advocate, because you're going to be talking to some big wigs, you're going to be going to your committee meetings. So definitely want to air, like I'm a remote person. My company could care less if I wear the same Sumper t-shirt every single day, as long as I'm effectively, driving the business. But when I step outside of the house, that's my opportunity to put it on. So, so when I get to go to these things, I'm like, oh, okay, girl, well, what can we put on? So that's when I can really bring some of my unique fashions out, and really try to shine that way. But I would say be yourself, but elevated. Like, be yourself, but elevated. This is always going to be my vibe, but I'm going to put on a nice slack and a cute shoe that might have Ashia say, girl, come here, let me see. I always got to give Ashia something she can feel. She don't say nothing about my outfit, then it's not fitting.
And you know what? That's the crazy thing, because with Ashia, that was our first conversation. What you got on? And I'm like, this. Thank you, girl. So she is a noticeable person with that. And I think, like you said, that is the time to put on. That's the time that you will be in front of the nation in the who's who in the multifamily industry. So out of all 3 of the big trips with NAA, which one would you say is your most favorite and why?
Oh, Apartmentalize. Okay, let me take that back. All right. So ALD was my most favorite because it's more personal
Okay.
and more connection, and you get to have those conversations and meet those people and really engage with them. Like there's more time. You get to learn more of the inner workings of the National Apartment Association, the governance, and how all of that shakes down. Apartmentalized, you don't really have that intimate time or those moments with people because everything is just like you
Mm-hmm.
run, you going, what's next? Where's this? Where's that? Who's speaking? And then me on the supplier side, while I'm not a seller, I'm still there to support my roomies. So I want to be on that trade show floor with them in the t-shirt and making sure that they're feeling good. And I'm engaging with their customers to make sure they're having a good experience with us as a company. So apartmentalized, I will say, is a lot more casual.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like.
Mm-hmm.
I could put on my sneakers, and that's another vibe for me. So I do like that. But I really feel like ALD, like I had some really good conversations with some really amazing people, and I got to shake hands and learn. And I feel like that one is probably my sneaky new favorite. But Apartmentalized is definitely fun because there's so much going on in
Yeah.
that Thursday night, Friday night party. I've never seen nothing like it.
But you know what? I will have to agree with you because Apartmentalized has always been my favorite until 2022 AOD.
Mm-hmm.
It was so NAA. If you are listening, we want to say kudos to you. AOD this year was very intimate. It was very personable.
Well,
It
it was
was
in my city. It was in Norfolk, Virginia.
well, maybe maybe that's what it was. That Norfolk. See, I'm trying, y'all. To me, it's just Norfolk. I'm sorry. It's but it definitely was, and I don't know how you walked away feeling, but I did walk away feeling like Black women. The time is now.
It is. I
Tap
think
in.
we all felt ignited. We all felt ready to go. We all met some new allies, some new advocates, some new people we didn't know were in our corner, some people we didn't know were watching us, some people I didn't know knew my name. I was like, you know me?
Yeah,
'Cause I know
exactly.
you, but I didn't know that you know me. But we see each other. Okay. So those are the things that really did for us. ALD was so fruitful. It was so fruitful, and I left just wanting so much more. I'm like, okay, what else can I sign for, and what else can I do?
And that's the key right there. Because we are a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing right there. You want to walk away feeling inspired. What more can I do?
Mm-hmm.
How can I serve? How can I give back? And I think when we leave and you do feel like that, instead of feeling drained because I just partied the whole time, and we're going to party
Oh,
and we're going to have a few drinks.
we
But
met.
but to leave and feel inspired is the goal. And I'll say that definitely was my experience for ALD. So NAA, whatever you did for ALD, kudos. Keep it coming.
Keep it.
Don't fly backwards.
I'm
Keep
on
it.
the committee for Apartmentalized this year, so
Yeah. So what national committees are you serving on?
I will be serving on Apartmentalized committee, and I will also be serving on RPM Careers, where my girl Ashia Shepherd is the vice chair. Okay.
Boom, boom. So
Oh,
I will see you on both of those committees, as well as I'm on DE&I this year. So before we wrap up this evening, Dana, what is next for Dana? Where can people, if people, one of the questions, and I'm going to ask you what Melissa asked me.
Mm-hmm.
If people come looking for Dana Duckworth, what are they going to find?
They're going to find a vibe. They're going to find a vibe that is contagious, that is magnetic, that you will want more of, that you'll try to figure out how to engage more with. How can we do this? How can we do that? They will find someone who is passionate, professional, has amazing leadership qualities and abilities, and who just wants the most for the people around her. I really want everyone to succeed. I thrive off of seeing everybody else get accolades. I mean, I love them for myself. Don't get me wrong, okay? When I win, I want everybody cheering too. But seeing other people win around me It's no feeling like it because I'm like, I know where we started. I know where we were. I know where we've come from. So to see you doing what you're doing, Ty, I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
Definitely. You know what? I am proud to be in the room with you ladies, our entire Melanin and Multifamily Collective. I mean, we continue to mention the names, and that's what it's about. Like we said, Ashia, Monica, Monique, Shakar, Marcy French, Shatoria. There's so
Yeah.
many out there. Melissa, Crystal Dukes, Car House, like
Names.
Brianna,
Um,
like there are
so many
so many women out there. So when you guys are looking for, like we said, when y'all are looking for speakers, when you are looking for game changers, NAA, when you are looking for people to take the stage and to speak nationally at Apartmentalize, we are here.
We
And we're not
speak.
going nowhere.
We speak. Okay.
We're here. And we're not going nowhere. So, what is the next big stage that we will be able to see Dana on?
I will be moderating a panel at this year's Apartmentalize. Thank you to the amazing Cameron Shelton. I'm so excited because let me tell you, I went to Apartmentalize. My first Apartmentalize was when I was in Chicago. And our now SVP of People Operations, she was speaking on a panel. And she wore a one-piece jumpsuit. And I said, when I get my chance, I'm wearing me a power jumpsuit too. And when I went to the sessions and I saw the things, I said, I have got to do this. Like, I have got to be on this stage. So to have this come to fruition this year, I'm like, what? You want me to do what? What? So I'm so excited. We're going to have to set up a call to talk about the fashions. Like, what is the moderator going to wear?
Definitely.
Like, I'm so thrilled to be on that Apartmentalize stage. It really means the world to me. I feel like I have arrived.
Come and has and is. And Cameron, I love Cameron. So kudos to him. Cameron, we're definitely also praying for you. I did notice that you lost a friend earlier this week. So Cameron and Cody are two of my favorite. And like you said, moving throughout this industry, we become family and you make lifelong friends with people. So Dana, we are coming. It has almost been an hour.
I can't believe that time. But you know what? When you called me earlier and we got to, I said, save it for the podcast because I knew we could go. Like, if you put us in a room, there's no need for a mic. Okay. We will be heard. We will be heard.
And that's what it's all about, people. That's what Talking with Ty platform and podcast is all about. Just shining a light on other people, helping our voices to be heard and helping us to be seen. If you are out there and you are looking for a platform to be heard and seen on, please inbox me. We will set up a call to see what you are interested in talking about and definitely make room for you. There is room for everybody on this platform. Dana, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you in DC. We are going to have an amazing time. The whole collective crew, we're going to put some good stuff in the atmosphere for Monica that her luggage. Monica, you got us all scared. We taking carry-on, sis.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But that's how you make a way out of no way.
Carry on.
Want to do it. Yes. So my next stage that I will be on, I'll be teaching February the 2nd for the Kansas City Apartment Association on relationship selling. So please be on the lookout for that. I will be at the speakers retreat in the Bahamas with Melissa D. White, Ashia, Marcy French, and some of our other ladies doing some amazing things. So continue to watch because 2023 is our year, people, and we are coming through the door. So before we sign off, Dana, is there anything else that you would like to say to the people?
My calendar is open. I'm available. Okay, book me and busy me.
Y'all heard it right here.
Follow me on LinkedIn, Dana Duckworth at LinkedIn. Email me, Dana@Zumford.com. I am available to be booked and busy for you.
So y'all see her right here this evening. You can tell that she knows how to pronunciate words, and she's really cute. And she know what she's talking about. So we need Dana to be booked and busy for 2023. The Melanin and Multifamily Collective. We also do panels. So if you are looking for a panel of people to come out for diversity and inclusion, please let us know. We will come out and do that for you also. So with that being said, Dana, thank you so much for coming on Talking with Ty and being the interview with me this evening. And you have an amazing time and safe travels tomorrow.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much, Ty. Bye,
You're
y'all.
welcome. Good night. Thank you.